All right, wasn't that video exciting? Okay, let's go back to our notes. So, when our star starts to die, so all we filled in so far is massive and average. So, notice there's an arrow that goes down next. Okay, under average, we're going to write red giant, just red giant. So, that's what our star will become. So, on the smaller side, on the average side, red giant is your next step. Okay, so that's on the right side. Okay, big old stars become red supergiants. Red supergiants, if you can see the screen, they are the largest stars in the universe. Our star will never become a red supergiant. It's just not big enough. Okay, but larger stars eventually become red supergiants. Or just a red giant. Look what it says: 5 billion years. That's where our sun will be. It's going to swallow up Mercury. It's going to swallow up Venus. It's going to swallow up our planets. And then Mars is the only one that will not be able to reach its expand. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You think summer's hot now? Just see summer in 5 billion years. Ba-da-ba. Okay, so what after that? So now we have another arrow that's going down to two things. On the average side, you become a planetary nebula. There's two lines on the average side. Planetary. Let me switch so y'all can see me writing. Planetary nebula. So 8th grade, this is when our star is expanding so much that the layers of it are now expanding into the solar system. Plasma and all these things are falling off of our star. Our star is dying. It's losing its power to be what it is a star, okay? On the other side, now we have a supernova. So let's write supernova for our big massive stars. They become a supernova. When a supernova happens, because the star was so bright, when it explodes, it can be as bright as an entire galaxy. We learned in our warm up today that there are billions of stars in a galaxy. So when a supernova happens, it can be as bright as an entire galaxy, guys. Okay. So that's extremely bright, right? All right, let's move on. So now I want to talk about the very, very end. This is only for our average stars. Okay, let's talk about the very end. So, what's going to happen? So, let's first talk about average stars. Yes, baby.
Okay, when it becomes a white dwarf, does it start over, or does it stay like that?
Okay, let's talk about what happens when a massive star dies. Okay, there's two areas on the bottom of your paper. One looks like a black sun, and the other looks like a white circle. That black sun is going to be a black hole. So let's write black hole there. Or it can become a neutron star. So that's what we should be writing on the bottom, either a black hole or a neutron star.
Isn't like a neutron star like the densest star?
I believe so. Okay. All of these are the last stages of a huge star. Okay. Our sun will never become a black hole. It's not big enough. Okay. In the middle of our galaxy, though, there's a massive black hole. Okay, because there's a huge star in the middle of our Milky Way galaxy. So that's cool to think about, but it's not a black hole big enough to suck us in, because it'd have to take in the entire Milky Way galaxy, and our galaxy is huge. I told y'all yesterday we're like one tiny little boop on an arm of the Milky Way. Okay, so let's talk about the last final days of a small star, our star. So it's going to first become a white dwarf. So write down white dwarf. And then we didn't put black dwarf on your paper because we can't even see black dwarf stars. And honestly, we don't even really know if they exist because they're no longer visible once that white dwarf cools down. Okay. So we call it a black dwarf, but they're not even able to be seen because it's a black, dead cold star in a black cold space, you know? Okay, so I believe that this is the end of our notes. So now we can go ahead and fold these up and tape them in our journal. Okay, and then after you tape this in your journal, you are now going to start the Ed puzzle. The Ed puzzle is a grade, so make sure that it's completed. After you're done with the Ed puzzle, then you need to go to your grade book and check for any missing assignments. You should keep your headphones on for the rest of class, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.